Well, that didn't work at first. I was pushing the button, and... Thank you. Thank you. I love the enthusiasm for the mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tech Tuesday. Perfect for the kind of morning we're having technically. And first of all, I feel like...
What's that? It's going to be a tech day.
They can't hear a word we're saying. It's too loud. There. Hi, everybody. Guess what show this is? Let's turn it up again. It's the Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, look, it's my mom. My mom's the first one here.
She mailed the masks.
She mailed the masks.
Yeah,
just like she said she would, because she's a woman of her word, if nothing else. But it's not nothing else. There's lots of things that she is, including my mom. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
It's not Mother's Day.
Nope.
But it's good to say, just, appreciate
Isn't
Mom
every
anyway.
day, shouldn't every day
Every
be
day
Mother's
should
Day?
be Mother's Day.
I mean, none of us would be here without her.
Yes. You have a very good point about that.
You want to see another good point? Watch this. Right? Like that is, boom. That is a good point. Oh, wow. That's a counterpoint. A good counterpoint. Shares with us today on Tech Tuesday.
Okay, I'm going to start a watch party, so just keep talking.
I'm just going to say this right now. Now, Tracy knows this because I've no end of sharing it this morning, but I have reached something of a limit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This incredible studio that we use, obviously very spacious. We've got this whole place to walk back here. Elephants have been back here. We've got a whole studio audience out there, obviously.
Yes.
But yet it's still not big enough, and we still trip all over each other, and it's just not, it's, as Tracy likes to say, es no bueno.
Sí.
Es no bueno.
Sí.
And although it is I feel like Neo in the Matrix, which I realized is now a really old reference.
I know.
It's really weird. So I listened to a podcast called The Big Ones, and I recommend everybody go check it out. It's fun. It's these two gals. They're improviser actresses. They're actors, whatever. They're really, but they talk about what they do is they talk about a point where it's kind of like a moral dilemma, and they talk about, well, what would you do in this situation? And they used the other day, and they use a lot of movies as a movie, scenarios as their reference point. And this time it was, they what they do is they'll play this music and you are a computer hacker whose alias is Neo and da 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 da. So basically the whole premise, and it's about the red blue pill. Which would you take? Would you stay in the Matrix or would you see real life? So that was the premise. But they were like, after they did it, I'm like going, oh God, everybody knows this. It's like, does anyone know what that's from? That's the Matrix. I'm like, are we kidding here? Are we this old that there might be people who don't know what the Matrix is?
I think that's a mandatory movie for everyone to watch.
I just assume everyone has seen it, no matter what age you are. Right. I have assumed that it is important or significant enough in movie history that as children are growing up, they're watching it like they're watching Wizard of Oz.
Do they watch The Wizard of Oz?
Do they? That's a great question.
I don't know.
Moms, dads,
I think
people who know.
Right?
Is anyone still watching The Wizard of Oz?
But my kids watch a ridiculous amount of movies.
I know that's true.
Yeah, and they watch stuff I wouldn't
always
like them to watch. But that's not my.
So yeah. Do people we grew up watching Wizard of Oz every year,
right.
Sound of Music every year.
Oh yes, oh my gosh.
When Scrooge the musical was on, of course, all the Christmas specials. When these things would only come around once a year.
Well, that's when there was no recording.
That's right.
Either they were live on TV, and if you missed it, you missed it for a year.
So which is better? Obviously, there's going to be people who say, "Oh, the sentimentality, the once a year special." Come on, fine. It's way better to be able to watch what you want when you want to watch it.
On demand.
Way better. You can play the sentimental. Oh, it's best. I don't know where the bell is.
Which
because the coffee's right here, and I feel like I can't drink it until the bell rings.
But I don't know what to
All right,
do
we're gonna
with
have to use the backup bell.
Okay, this is. I don't know what happens to anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh man, it's another one of these pseudo green things.
Oh, it is. Oh,
well, anyway, it says life is good on it. Hello, Adam.
That's very fun.
All your kids have seen The Matrix. Sure. I would have thought
That's
everybody
good.
did. Thank you for preparing my coffee.
It's my pleasure.
Hold on a second. There we go. Look at that. I moved the entire,
entire
we didn't
studio.
move the entire studio. Move this over.
Yes.
So I think next week, I have to commit. By next week, we're doing something different.
Well, we have
My
a larger
equipment's-
room, and I just said we should just switch rooms, but I've said that for a
But
while.
yes, but there's a VR.
lot
There's a
of
lot
work.
to deal with. And I've just
a lot
replaced
of cables and...
Oh my heavens! And this ginormous desk. It is a major project to like switch rooms, and we have to think it through so thoroughly because I don't want to get halfway through and go, "Oh, wait a minute!" Like the internet connection goes in there, and we have a wire that goes. Anyway, you guys do need to know this. Actually, I was going to say you didn't, but you do.
They really don't need
No,
to
they
know
do.
this. Okay.
Because there's going to be a quiz on Friday.
Oh, there is? Well, it's
On
good
Luscious
to let
Living
them
Friday,
know.
we're going to give you a
Ahead of
quiz, and I hope you just studied. Okay, we should do a prize. We should do some sort of a Friday prize for something that is said or referenced on one of the shows during the week. And it has to be awesome so that people actually want to listen to the show to hear how to win the prize on Friday.
Well, if we get a sponsor, it could be whatever the sponsor is.
That's right, you sponsors.
Right?
Did you hear what
So
I
if
just
you
did
have
for
some
you?
really cool, amazing product you want to get out, and it could be our prize pack on Friday, then
We will plug it all
we
week.
will plug it all week.
And we'll have a quiz, a trivia quiz of some kind. And I don't know how we'll do it, but we're
Right.
going to do that. Okay?
Yeah, you just need to be able to drop ship it for us because I don't want to have to do it.
We're not doing anything we don't want to do. It can't be a pain in the butt at all for us.
That's I love that idea.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's
a really
engaging.
fun idea.
It gets
yeah.
people to listen to the show because it's going to be something super
Right,
cool
but
that
then
they
it's,
want.
everybody loves prizes.
Yeah, and if it's a luscious prize,
It's even better.
it's even more appropriate. And then we get the luscious thing out there. See, we're having a production marketing meeting right in front of your faces.
Now.
Okay.
I'm sure they're thrilled.
They are.
Yes. Okay.
Listen to them.
So what are we doing today?
Okay, so today is Tech Tuesday as we said, but it's also there's a lot of technical challenges with bringing Tech Tuesday to you today. Wow, that's a lot of alliteration.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to show you two things, and it's going to be a little clunky maybe, okay? But the first one is what I talked about in the description. The second one is a bonus, okay? So we've got Poly and Frax. It sounds like a duo of some kind,
It
and
sure
I think
does.
that we need to create that. Poly and Frax need to be, like, we'll use one of our VR apps to create Poly and Frax, and that will be that.
I like it. Mike's alive. Well, this is a good thing. I'm really
That
happy
is good
to
news
hear that.
because we were getting ready to. Never mind. Gosh, I'm getting short. This is the other thing. The sitting on pillows just to get tall enough, and then it just shrinks by the end of it.
Well, if we could take that off the box, and then it wouldn't be an issue.
Why do we put it on the box?
Because we had the
Because
sound mount.
oh yeah, right. It's the same width of the sound.
Yes.
She's a genius. Just trust me.
Sorry, guys.
She's like
we should have
Leonardo
done
da
this
Vinci.
like an hour
She's sitting
ago.
here doing geometry right in front of me, without a calculator, without a protractor, without a ruler, without a compass,
protractor.
without a moss cover 3-handled family Gradunza. All right, anyone know that reference?
Absolutely not, but I'm just
You should.
amazed by the fact that
Maybe
even
might-
came out of your mouth. That was really interesting.
All right, well, see, that would be a good
Yeah.
trivia. What is the reference? But see, you can't do that because people can search. People could easily type moss cover 300 family Gradunza, and they'll be back with Cat in the Hat within seconds.
Oh.
Do you remember that cartoon? Did you ever watch that one? That was a yearly thing too. Cat in the Hat comes back. Cat in the Hat.
I think I did.
The Sneetches. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
the
Obviously, the
what's
Grinch.
but what's the Horton Hears a Who? All those
the
things.
movie, I saw that, the movie, but that was way later. That wasn't when I was a kid.
Well, wait. Well, you've seen the cartoon though.
The-
Boil that dust speck. Boil that dust speck. Boil that dust speck.
I've seen the movie Horton. Where's but not that was recent. That was Disney. That
Yes,
was like
that's
5
very
years
recent.
ago or
Right.
10
Horton Hears a
or
Who.
something.
Boil
I don't know.
that
5
dust
years
speck.
ago?
Boil that dust speck. Well, if you haven't seen that, Tracy, we have to fix that
Oh,
like yesterday.
okay. All
Horton
right.
Hears a Who. An elephant's faithful, 100%.
Mom was just going to
You love elephants.
I do
You
love
have to see
elephants.
this. I said what I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
That I know.
Well, that's Horton Hatches an Egg. I got confused. There's Horton Hears a Who. Why am I in Horton? Yes, Horton Hears a Who, and Horton Hatches an Egg. You know that one, right? When the bird leaves Horton with an egg, and he has to sit on the egg. Oh,
See, I'm Doctor Who.
yeah. Horton Hears a Doctor Who. I love that.
Adam says nope. I think I'm with Adam. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
You are children. You people are children. It's only 8 years. How did that happen? Where Horton just, of course, my mother knows. She's the one who showed him to me.
Yeah, I don't remember those.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
all right. So here's what we're going to do
the
now.
books, the Dr. Seuss books. I mean, I still have some of them actually, but yeah, in terms of the cartoons, I don't. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's stuff we can do together.
We can watch cartoons.
Oh, come on, Adam.
We could do it
wasn't in Chicago.
Saturday
You can't
morning.
tell me that they Chicago had a blackout
Okay,
on
see, I'm
Horton.
with Adam because I don't remember any of this.
No, I refuse to believe that Chicago didn't get shown Horton Hears a Who and all those others.
Well, and it would have been Chicago and
Boil
Michigan
that
because
dust speck. Boil that dust speck.
yeah, that, I don't know.
But you know the story, right? Obviously, if you saw Horton Hears a Who,
I mean,
there's the little
ish.
who's
But you
are-
know me in movies. Like I watch it, and about 10% of it do I retain. The rest of it just goes out the window.
Right, and then the yard people have to deal with it.
This show sounds
It's
great,
great,
but
but
says
says
nothing.
nothing.
Mark, I love you so much.
That's actually
yes.
well. I think with the frown, I don't think he's trying to be nice, but the point is yes, you're right. This show says very little. I promise the moon, deliver nothing. That's not true. I'm about to go.
Okay, well then go.
A lot of shows have this thing at the beginning where there's banter, and then we get into the content.
And most of the time, the content is actually something other than nothing. But today, it's nothing. Sorry.
No, today it's something. We're
Today
about
it's
to
something.
show you.
Okay, we're going to show you.
We're about to show you this, okay?
Okay.
But before we do that, I'm going to show you why. So now, in the description of this broadcast, I talked about how there's a proliferation. Text-to-speech technology has been around for a while, but mostly it sounds like this and is not very realistic, right?
Correct.
And that's at its best. And every now and then, being in internet marketing, such as we are, we get a lot of solicitations for programs and different things to make. You're going to make $1 billion with this technique /tool /resource. But every few years, they come around with text-to-speech stuff, and it's going on again. It's showing up on my Facebook timeline. 100% natural voices. You won't be able to tell the difference. Blah 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 blah. And their positioning is, why pay for voiceover? Professional voiceover can cost you up to $100 a minute or whatever it is, right? So they're trying to take me out of business.
So he's going to show you how.
I'm going to show you how. And they're trying to sell you something which you can get for free. Now, I'm sure that they put a pretty front end on it and probably made it a little easier to use. But if you don't care about this kind of stuff, look, I know that most of you watching will never use this, but I have to do this. Okay.
It's fun. Okay, go.
All right. So Amazon, like Google, has a lot of free tools that are really cool that a lot of people don't know about, right? If you know about them, you know about them, and people are paying for their functionality other places. But both of these services offer a lot of things that you can get for free. And this text-to-speech happens to be one of them. Now, this happened to show up in my email or something the same week that I got all of these all of these marketing emails. So I went to go check this out, and I'm listening to it, and I'm going, oh my God, they're using this. They're interfacing with this. It's the same voices, it's the same quality, and so on. So I just wanted to demonstrate some of this for you. Now, the way that getting there to the Amazon Poly tool, you have to have an Amazon AWS account. All of it's free, but there's this process to go through.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go through any of that.
Got it.
You can just do a search on Amazon Poly. It'll take you to the page, and then if you really want to play with this, you just go through the steps. And then eventually you will get here. So now this is a pretty self-explanatory interface. You type in what you want to hear, and then you choose a voice, and then you click listen to speech, and you can download it as an MP3, or you can have it, if it's really, really long, instead of downloading it, it will actually save it to like your AWS, Amazon buckets, whatever. You don't, again.
Keep going.
So what I wanted to do is just kind of play with some of these voices and show you how they sound. Now there's a lot of them, and there's also two ways to do it. What I'm doing is the plain text way right now, and then there's something called SSML. And what SSML is, it's a markup language, which I will demonstrate it, but it allows you to emphasize words differently, add more realistic pauses and breaths and things like that to it to make it definitely sound way more realistic than what I'm going to do here when I show you just the basics. But it's still not bad. So if you just look at the language and regions there, we have English, French, French Canadian, Hindi, Icelandic, Korean, Russian, all of these different things. And each set of voices, or each language has sort of a different set of voices to it. You know, English Australian has Nicole, and they have Russell, right? And then English British has Amy, Emma, and Brian. Now this Emma sounds freaking like Emma Watson. I know they named it. Let's listen to it right now. Now I just typed in some silly stuff, but here we go. Oh, wait.
Hi, my name is Cassandra, because that makes some more sense than being named Taco Tuesday. I watch the Bob Doyle show every day for obvious reasons.
Okay. Now, but let me just click around. So now I'm just going to choose Amy.
Hi, my name is Cassandra, because that makes some more sense than being named Taco Tuesday. I watch the Bob Doyle show.
Sorry, I was wondering, why are they saying that makes some more sense? Because I had that word in there.
Delete one more.
And then there's, well, it's a space. It won't do anything.
Hi, my name is Cassandra.
That makes no
because
sense.
that makes more sense than being named Taco Tuesday.
So,
I watch the Bob Doyle show every day for obvious reasons.
So you can tell that the metering and the pacing is
Yeah, it
still a
sounds
little...
like a computer.
It still sounds like a
yeah.
computer, but this is what they're selling. But I think that with the markup language, it does sound more realistic. But let's just listen to a few more because it's fun. And we can type whatever you want. Let's type. Now, I actually had to attach a keyboard over here so I don't lean over. So
do they have English Jamaican? Oh, that's
Tracy
a great question.
is wearing gray because Bob is wearing gray.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Isn't that sweet? Question mark.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
Okay, well, this is how Russell says it.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
So that's the English Australian.
With the questions, you can tell that, I mean, like the emphasis does
Yes.
go back. I mean, the cadence changes.
So I
but
don't know
that's
about
neat.
English Jamaican, but listen when they do English Indian.
Okay.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
authentic.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
They don't have a male voice of that one?
They
What is that?
they don't. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Let's see. French. Now French. So I'll just say, in the markup language, you can say, hey, in this part of the sentence, I want you to read these words with the proper French pronunciation, as opposed to if you just type it and it will read it in English. So I'm going to show you an example of that. So it can change the dialect and the reading in mid-sentence, mid-word, but I think right now what we're probably going to get, well, let's just see.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
This it's very like they're reading it exactly as it would be, you know. It's like when you read Spanish.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
He's wearing gray.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
Okay, now that to me is humorous, and I would love to this is a way that I would use this, right? I would write a script of something.
Sure.
And I would get all, this character would be this guy.
Right.
And then I would use that really affected French voice as what would make them talk. And so we could create animated type characters out of these things for real.
Oh, okay.
Let me go to English US and let's listen to these. The kids on these are particularly interesting.
How do you know which one's a kid?
Tracy is wearing gray because Bob is wearing gray. Isn't that sweet?
You don't know it, but you'll hear it when you hear it. So this is just a regular female person.
Tracy is wearing grey because Bob is wearing grey. Isn't that sweet?
All right, that one's
Yeah, it's not bad.
yeah.
Tracy is wearing gray because Bob is wearing gray. Isn't that sweet?
Now that's supposed to be obviously a female child. It sounds a little
Yes.
too affected.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tracy is wearing gray because Bob is wearing gray. Isn't that sweet?
I think it's time to get a dog. Dogs are so great, and they never ask for a second slice of my pizza.
Uh-huh.
Okay, just
I don't know
changing
what dog you've
just
ever had,
changing
but-
it up.
I think it's time to get a dog. Dogs are so great, and they never ask for a second slice of my pizza.
And then Matthew.
I think it's time to get a dog. Dogs are so great, and they never ask for a second slice of my pizza.
That's
Okay,
a pretty.
that one's
That's a
the
pretty good
best.
one.
Yeah.
And I think if you used SSML and slowed the pace a little bit, and there's all kinds of ways you can. And one of these days I'm going to really dig into the SSML
Sure.
because I think it is pretty cool and there's a lot of potential.
I think it's time to get a dog. Dogs are so great, and they never ask for a second slice of my pizza.
So that's a pretty good kid voice.
Yeah.
It was weird there. It's at the beginning, but that might be able to be fixed as well.
I think it's time to get a dog. Dogs are so great, and they never ask for a second slice of my pizza.
They never do. All right, so the SSML,
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to take this document over here real quick so I can do some cut and paste because they have some examples and rather than more that I can just show you easily so I don't have to do all the
Okay.
retyping.
I got you.
I'm going to show you, let's see, so this is an example of putting a break in the middle of it. And then you'll see what it's like. If you've ever played with HTML, it looks very much like
Oh,
how
sure,
you do this.
sure.
So whatever you want to speak, you put between the speak tags, and then there's a break, I guess, of 3 seconds here. Let's just see.
Okay.
Mary had a little lamb,
Yep.
whose fleece was white as snow.
Okay, and here's an example of adding emphasis. So this says, I already told you I really like that person, and this should be emphasized. Let's see.
I already told you I really like that person.
Okay, I don't like the way that sounded. Let's try it.
I already told you I really like that person.
Okay, so yeah, that adds a little something, a
It
little
does.
jazz to it.
does.
Now, here's an example
Still
of the
sounds very computerized, though.
Yeah, I mean, it does not replace a freaking professional such as myself. All right.
Je ne parle pas français.
Okay, so that is English. This is an example if you just typed French words into an English-speaking voice. All right, Mike, thanks for being here. So obviously, let's listen again.
Je ne
Teleconference. Have
parle
fun.
pas français.
Yeah, so that's no good. So what you want to do is to be able to tell it to say that in French. So now it says, there's the markup language for the language, it equals French, and then when you do it,
Je ne parle pas français.
no. I think that did not work.
How about French for French?
Yeah, I'm going to do French.
Okay.
Here we go.
Je ne parle pas français.
Yeah,
That sounds
that's yeah. I think so.
lovely.
You want to get a French speaker in
Yes, that sounds way better.
there. So let's see what this is something about accents. So I think this is Italian. Just speaking. Let's see.
Italian. Ooh.
Mi piace Bruce Springsteen.
No, but now I think that's being said like the English read, and then this one. Oh no! Oh, I see. This is an example of so Bruce Springsteen sounded weird just then,
Yeah.
right? But this now I think it's saying pronounce these words with U.S. English.
Mi piace Bruce Springsteen.
Well, it's not working, is it?
That definitely didn't sound Americanized or whatever.
No, it didn't. All right. Hey, it's not. I didn't write this stuff. I'm just sharing it.
It's very cool though. I really think with characters, maybe VR and stuff, this would be really fun.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the general idea. It's a fun
Yeah.
thing to play with. Now let me just slowly and calmly normalize my screen again because we can't see what we're doing in this current setup. There we go.
There we are.
And now we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, that was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, so that yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, and we definitely will play with it. And you'll probably be hearing some of those voices in characterizations at some point soon. Now, if you'll allow me to just take a sip of my incredible coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yummy.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Webb, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen, I want you to meet Tracy.
Hi, Steven.
I was just telling her about you. We're having a choppy
Oh,
stream right now.
You're headed to the website.
In fact, I was just telling her about how you were featured in the Dotson animation as a floating
Oh,
head.
yes. We just, yesterday.
Yeah, was it yesterday? Yes, because, well, or the day before, because we were also talking about how on Mondays, when we do Musical Monday, Tracy said we should just ask them some random weird questions. And I was like, I thought for a moment she must know, you know, Stephen Webb said, didn't know. And I said, well, Stephen Webb is famous for doing that, just asking questions that have nothing at all to do with, no, I'm not, yes, I am drinking ocean water. That's exactly what it looks like.
Drinking ocean water. I know. I looked at that and I'm like, what is that?
Tracy has an E in it. It's an
Which is really strange. So we were watching the captions, the closed captions on the show.
Of yesterday's show.
And Facebook spells my name right, which is interesting.
Yeah, they put the Tracey, so they knew it was her somehow. It's, you know, now it's no big freaking mystery.
Yes.
They know what we look like, they know what we sound like, they know
everything.
And
whatever.
They know what we bought.
Yeah, whatever.
They know what we looked at. They see us when we're sleeping. They know when we're awake. They know if we've been bad or good. So
who cares?
So
for goodness
unplug
sake?
For goodness sake.
Oh,
hey,
that's
you're
good.
on the
That's
grid.
Good. Don't unplug yet.
Okay.
Wait another like 10 minutes.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so now bonus.
So Stephen, I want to. So we need to talk because I want to know some cool random questions that we can do. I think it'd be fun.
Oh God, that's all we need.
I like it.
Well, we'll just listen to any interview he's done with me.
Need to go. Bye, Levy. Have a good one.
Who's leaving now? Yvonne. Yvonne.
Yes.
I'm almost done with your forward.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Had a 50% chance of getting it wrong. That's right. Well, you could have put an AY or an EY or there's a lot more percentages. There, you could have spelled TRAYSSEE. These are all possibilities.
Sure.
They are. Okay, so now bonus, we've got a bonus app. Bonus, what do you think of that? Hey, okay, Polly was the first one.
Right.
Frax is the new one. Now, Frax is a years old app that I'd forgotten about, and it's for the iPad. And would you hand it to me, please?
Oh, I shall. Do you need the whole thing? Yes.
I can almost like this.
Okay.
And I'll take this off.
All right.
So Frax is a fractal program, a fractal generator. So if you want to see how the universe works, let's look at this. Now, this is not what I wanted to show you.
That's what the back end looks like, just so we say. That's
Okay.
what we're staring
Now I have to think about, this
Oh, pretty.
is what I want to show you.
It's so pretty.
So now this is just an opening screen. Now
Yes.
y'all know what fractals are?
I would hope.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, this program allows you to explore just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, infinite possibilities of examples of fractals. So what we can do now, I want it to, because I've got the, it's actually responding to how I move it.
Yeah.
But if you watch, we can just zoom in and zoom in and zoom in. And of course, the way fractals work is you're just going to keep getting the same pattern repeated over and over into basically infinity.
Oh, wow. This could just go on and on forever. I could do this on the Sound Lounge.
Yes, easy to get lost. Now,
Yes.
this program has many modes and different things you can do with it. I'm just going to go to, we're in the Explorer, the Explorer mode. And so I'm just going to, and with this, no, we're not. I'm going to get there though.
Okay.
Explore. All right, so with this, along the bottom here, you've got some buttons: motion, colors, lights, and texture. You barely see it on the screen right there. If I click on motion, it's just going to automatically sort of pan around. Now, also, I've got it apparently set up so that it is responding to my, I don't like that, and if I could turn it off right now, if I knew how to do that, I would, because it's messing with my jam a lot. But I don't know how, so.
When he moves the pad, it
Yeah,
changes.
the gyroscope or whatever.
Gotcha. Oh,
so
hell,
see, these are a bunch
wow.
of presets. Like, look at this one here, for example. So again, you can zoom in, zoom out.
Oh.
And then if you do colors, then the colors will cycle. They are. It's just the color palette on this one is kind of weird. Let me randomize that. I can just keep hitting random.
Oh,
Now
wow.
my finger is actually
Yeah, it's
affecting
changing
that.
colors.
Light's the same thing. This is not a good example of this. It's just not. Hold on, let me find.
A colorful
Oh, this is a
one?
cool one.
Oh,
This is a
wow.
really groovy
That
one.
looks like a Cholula thing. One of the glass.
Now see, watch. It just, you zoom in, and it's just going to keep repeating. That same design just keeps showing up and keeps showing up, and it just goes on and on. Lights. You can see now that the lights are animating. It's moving a little.
Yes.
Same again with the colors, and then there is the texture can randomize.
Oh, heavens. Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
I like it. We would do it again sometime.
Interview probably.
Okay, love you, Steven. Have fun with your client. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. I love that. That's so fun. I could watch that all day. That could just be a backdrop. Oh, yeah. I like it.
I've never
I
looked
like
at
it.
this one.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Well, that's it for the show. We got. We just got. Oh my God. Okay, so if you zoom all the way out, though, it will actually end at some point. See, we get there.
And then it goes all the way in.
Wow, that animation is insane.
That's so very cool. That is definitely my favorite.
Well, if that's in there, I didn't know. What else is in there? I didn't know.
I don't know.
I mean, look at it. There's just so freaking many of
Oh,
them.
that looks neat. Looks like wet paint.
Yeah, you can
Oh, I like
totally
it.
get lost in this and just watch it redo and redo and redo, and then just
Yes.
again, this program will do a lot more than what I'm showing you, but like I said, it's been around for literally years, but very, very interesting, and I just thought it might be something that you might like to play with
I
in
like
your
to play
spare
with
time,
it.
ladies and gentlemen. That's Frax.
Yay! That's a favorite. I like
And
that.
we'll post links and all that stuff in the
Chat.
in the places that we post them. Wow. We still see the preview of the Frax over here on the left-hand side of the screen, and we've got some crazy. Here, I'm show you what's going on. over here. This is
that's
this is
neat.
what's in our periphery. We're seeing this, trying to act like it's not happening.
It's just going on its own. It looks really cool.
Okay.
Yay!
So yeah, I just wanted to share a couple of those fun little things.
That's
Tech Tuesday is generally a
fun!
shorter show, unless we're doing a ton of, doing a lot of creating.
So
of things.
Dina says groovy. Travis
Very
says,
groovy.
what is this for? It's just for play and fun. Although I'm not sure what he was talking about.
Yeah, it
if
could have
that
been
was-
anything.
If that was for the...
He could mean the show. What is this for?
That's just pure entertainment. Yeah.
That is fun.
That's just very fun.
I think we'll just play the music in the background of that, and this will be how we take the show out. Ladies and
I
gentlemen.
love it. Okay,
thank
wait,
you.
so tomorrow.
Oh, whoops, yes.
8 a.m. Join us.
For Wildcard Wednesday.
Yep.
And then 11 a.m. for the weekly 300 Wishlist group, which if you're not being a part of that, you are missing out. We keep trying to tell you.
Fun. Come on, you got to
We
join us.
keep
Mark your calendar.
trying to tell
11
you.
a.m. PT.
That's
All right, well,
right.
we love you guys. Have an amazing day.